Sakshi Gupta and today we will be talking about Hoffman coding for data compression. We know that the uncompressed audio, video and text file requires large space for storage. Now if we want to reduce the space used by them and the bandwidth required by them, we need to compress it. Now there are various algorithms which are available for data compression. Today in this video, we will be talking about one such very popular algorithm which is Hoffman coding for data compression. This code was developed by David Albert Hoffman, hence the name. Now the basic fundamental of this code is that the symbols which occur more frequently and have higher probability of occurrence will have shorter code word as compared to the symbols which have less probability. That is the reason why Hoffman coding results into optimum code. Its efficiency is high. Also, Hoffman coding is a variable length code. It's a prefix code. Now, the meaning of all these terms would be more evident to you all after taking an example. So, before we actually begin into the explanation of these terms, let's have a look to an example. So, before solving an example, there are certain rules which are to be applied for Hoffman coding. So, as you can see on the board, these are the rules which are to be applied. The first rule says that we have to arrange the probability in the decreasing order. The second rule says to the lowest probabilities we have to assign zeros and 1. After assigning 0 and 1, we need to combine the probability and we have to place the probability as high as possible. After this, we have to keep repeating the same procedure until we are left with only 2 probabilities at the end. So in this example, we are provided with 5 source symbols of a discrete memoryless source along with the probabilities. So while solving the sum, as the rule first states, that we simply have to arrange the probabilities in the decreasing order. So we have did that. We have arranged it in the decreasing order. So as the rule 2 states that we have to assign 0 and 1 to the 2 probabilities which are lowest. So these are the 2 probabilities which are lowest. We assign them 0 and 1. Now as the rule 3 states, we have to combine them and we have to place it as high as possible. 0.1 plus 0.1 will give me 0.2. So of course we could not place them above 0.4. So 0.4 will occupy this place. And the combined probability, which is 0.2, will be occupied here. And then this will move here and this 0.2 will move here. Now again we have to keep repeating this procedure until we are left with only 2 probabilities at the end. So again we combine these 2 probabilities, but before combining we have to assign. So we assign them 0 and 1 and then we combine. So the combination of these 2 will give me 0.4. So we have to place them as high as possible. So we again place them here as high as possible and then this 0.4 will be occupied at this place and this 0.2 will be occupied at this place. Now again assign and combine. So we assign them 0 and 1 and then combine. So 0.4 plus 0.2 will give me 0.6, which is of course greater than 0.4. So we place them above 0.4, which is, see, here we place them and then this 0.4 will be occupied at this place. Now again we are left with only 2 probabilities at the end. So here we need to stop because we are left with only 2 probabilities. So assign them 0 and 1. See, this is the way how we solve Hoffman coding. Now let us see how do we find the code word for the symbols. Now to find the code words, we simply have to track the arrows of the symbols. Alright. So let us see how do we do that. So for M1, let us track the arrows. See, the arrows goes here and then we encounter 0 first. After 0, we again encounter 0. So we have to write them from right hand side to left hand side. So for M1 it's 0, 0. Now for M2, again track the arrows. See, for M2, we encounter 0 first and then we encounter 1. So it's 0, 1. Make sure that we are writing the code word from right hand side to left hand side. So it's 0 and then 1. Then for M3, tracking the arrows. See, we encounter 1 first and then we go up. We encounter again 1. So for M3 it's 1, 1. Now for M4, we first encounter 0. So it's 0 and then it's 1 and then it's again 0. So it's 0, 1, 0. From right hand side to left hand side, it's 0, 1, 0. Now for M5, we encounter 1 first, and then after tracking we encounter again 1, and then we encounter again 0. So it's 1, 1, 0. So from right hand side, 1, 1, 0. See, this is the method how we find the code word. Now as I said you that the Hoffman coding results into optimum code and it's a variable length code. See, we could see that the length of the code words of the symbol are different. That is the reason why we say that Hoffman coding results into variable length code. And we could see it's a non-prefix code. Okay? Why? Because we could see that no code word, it's a prefix of any other code word. Now the method which we use for solving this example is called as minimum variance Hoffman coding. Okay, and the code words are obtained as such. Now let us find out the efficiency of minimum variance Hoffman coding, but for that we will require average code word and the entropy. To find the average code word, this is the given formula. In this formula, what we have to do, we simply have to multiply the probabilities and the length of the code words of the symbols that we have got, and then we have to add them. Let us see how to do it. So we could see the probabilities. So 0.4, and for 0.4 the code word length is 2. Similarly 0.2 into 2, then again add it 0.2 into, see the third symbol is again having 2 code, length is 2. So it's again 0.2 into 2, 0.1 into 3 and again 0.1 into 3. So after adding all this we get 2.2 bits per message. So this is how we find the average code word length. Now we have to find entropy. So this is the formula for finding entropy. Let us simply put the values in this formula. So according to the formula, the first probability is 0.4. So it's 0.4 multiplied by log to the base 2 1 by 0.4. Remember that the base of a logarithm has to be 2. Next we have twice 0.2. So 0.2 log to the base 2 1 upon 0.2, and since we have it twice, so we simply multiply this entire thing by 2. Then again we have 2.1s. So we do 2 times 0.1 log to the base 2 1 upon 0.1. So after solving this, we get a value 2.122 bits per symbol. Now finally, for finding efficiency, we require this entropy and the average code word. So efficiency is the ratio of entropy and the average code word. So as we solved earlier, we got entropy as 2.122 and the average code word was 2.2, which comes as 0.9645. That is 96.45%. So this is the efficiency of the code words using minimum variance Hoffman coding. This was all about minimum variance Hoffman coding. We saw how to find code word, how to find average code word, how to find entropy, how to find efficiency. The main point to be noted here is that in minimum variance Hoffman coding, we place the combined probabilities as high as possible. Whereas when there is one more coding technique, which is standard Hoffman coding. In this, we place the combined probabilities as low as possible. This is the only difference. While rest, the coding technique and the procedure for finding out everything else remains same. However, minimum variance Hoffman coding is the optimum code and its efficiency is much better and greater than standard Hoffman coding. Thank you so much for watching this video and please do like the video. Thank you.